Hello and welcome back to my channel and happy Monday. Welcome to the start of a new couple of days of my life or weekly vlog. I try to just pick up the camera and share what my life is like with you as a child-free by choice, late 30s, stay-at-home housewife. Yes, child-free housewife with my life being disabled. So things sometimes take me, not sometimes, I lied, not sometimes, things always take me at least twice as long as one would think it would. So the everyday, the housewifing, the grocery shopping, the cooking, the cleaning, the whatever else, takes a long time for me. And so it's just it's an everyday kind of adventure to see what kind of trouble I will get into, what things I will get done, and what steps I take on both my weight loss and wellness and personal growth journeys. We just had a very lovely weekend. I'm in a sweatshirt, y'all. I'm in a sweatshirt. And the window is open. So if you start to hear like annoying cicada-like bugs or traffic or whatever, it's because my window's open and my window's going to remain open all day because the high is 69 degrees and it is currently 59 degrees. So and it's been like this since Saturday, Sunday, today. The windows will just be open because that is my happy place. It is a small taste of fall. And I know we're not there yet, but the taste of fall with the nice air quality and reasonable weather to be outside in without breaking a sweat just standing there is just such a nice little gift. So we're taking full advantage of that situation by letting the fresh air into our homes. This week, I actually just finished getting like my weekly goals planned out, and it's a long list of weekly goals and a long list of daily goals, things that I would like to accomplish this week. I want to get an average of 10,000 steps a day. And now knowing that, and knowing that Saturdays and Sundays I actually have less steps because it's Sabbath and I don't intentionally work out or things like that, which means that I have to front load my steps at the beginning of the week. So Monday through Friday, I focus on getting above 10,000 steps when possible, so I can afford getting fewer steps on the weekend and still average to 10,000 steps a day. So we're gonna get 10,000 steps. I wanna do 5 weight training workouts, strength training workouts of some kind, hopefully 25-minute speed train. Again this week. Last week, I managed 4. I did 4 days in a row, and by Friday, my body was just so tired that I could not. I wanted to muster. I wanted to rally, and I could not do it. And my husband was exhausted by the end of the week too, so it wasn't just me. So, oh, see, there's that bug sound. I think it's a bug. I think it's a really annoying bug, but I don't know. So I want to see if with that really taxing week from last week and having recovered from that, if I can go back a little bit stronger and with a little bit more stamina, we will see. Because I'm also, Aunt Flo is due like September 5th or something. So by the end of this week, I'm going to be into the later part of my luteal phase. We'll see how that balances out the energy, but I'm going to try and power through and keep going. So we've got that. We've got some really healthy food that we want to consume this week. I really want to get my nutrition focused in on. We've been a little bit more indulgent this past week, and we don't need to be. We don't need to be. There's plenty of good things we can eat without being overly indulgent. For example, on Saturday, which I did not film, it was date day or whatever. Our original plan fell through, but the second part of our plan was to go to our favorite date day spot in the summer, which is Excelsior, Minnesota. And we went there, and we went to not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 different places where one consumes things when you go there. We went to Red Bench Bakery and got pastries, one of which we split a little one in real time, and then I took home a delicious, split it in half because it was so huge and had it for 2 servings, almond croissant. Their pastries were amazing. We'll be going back. I don't know what took us so long to get there. Actually, yes, I do. They close at 2 p.m. and we're never down there in that area earlier than 2 p.m. So now we know that that place is actually incredible and I can get some really good pastries there. Dangerous for me to know? Yes, absolutely, but helpful for me to know nonetheless. Then we went over to a local coffee shop there that sells some of the bougiest but delicious lattes I've ever seen. And so we had lattes. We each got a latte. Then we went to our favorite taco place because in a summer afternoon that was just so beautiful. Tacos felt like the right food, and oh my gosh, So amazing. And then of course we went for ice cream, but the ice cream we didn't actually eat in real time. We buy ice cream from the fancy ice cream place to take, we buy it by the pint or the quart, because it is the best bang for your buck in terms of money. But also we don't need like an entire serving at once. We will take those pints and they will be with us for 2 weeks, or those quarts, whatever. We have 1 pint and 1 quart, which is why I keep getting confused. I have not eaten it yet since we've brought it home. I take a spoonful off the top when we get it home because it's like the perfect mushy, melty consistency. That's still ice cream, but just like soft. That's all I've eaten, and it's been in our house since Saturday. So ice cream is never a problem for me. So we went to those 4 places. So it's been just overly an indulgent. We had the s'mores out last night again for a small group. It's been an indulgent few days. So we're just honing it, and we're reining it in. We're honing it in. I have to go do some shopping because I'm going to do some cooking tonight that's going to result in a delicious pork dinner and some cooked chicken that we're subsequently going to be able to use as lunch meat. We're trying to take a step back from processed meats, overly processed meats, meaning not that we'll never use them again. They're easy, they're delicious, they're healthy, all things considered, but we're trying to replace some weeks of processed meats with some home-cooked meals instead. So we have to go to Sam's Club today. We have to go to Target today and get the food for the week. And we have to, oh, I guess by the time you see this video, it's not gonna matter. I have my Power Sheets launch right there. Cultivate What Matters was so gracious and sent me the entire launch. So I have one of everything to share with you guys, and I'm so excited. Have I filmed that content yet? No. When do you guys get the big reveal? This week. So I need to get on that. I need to get my nails painted because it's all going to be top down, look at my hands stuff. So I got to paint my nails and do that filming. And I'm so excited to do that filming because then there's at least one item in there that I'm going to start using pretty much immediately. And so there's a lot to do this week. I got to dust the banisters. I want to clean the bedroom. I just have a lot of things that I need to do today. And then the primary focus is actually going to be, I journaled about this morning. The less time I spend on my phone, the more time I have for, literally everything else. And the phone, and I talk about this, I know I talk about this regularly. It is a problem. My biggest vice is my phone. My biggest issue, my biggest addiction problem is my phone. It is. I'm willing to admit it. I want to be working on it, but for some reason, in real time, the desire to use it overcomes the desire to not want to use it. And so I'm still working on figuring that out. But here's what I know. If I spent the time that I normally spend on the scrone, also known as scrolling the phone, the scrone apparently is what that's called now. The more time I spend on the scrone, the less time I get sucked in. If I was capable of being like, I need to feed Gracie and sit on the floor with her for 5 minutes, and then I could open TikTok and just be there for 5 minutes and then be done and put it down, it wouldn't be a problem. It's like portion control. I don't have portion, I can overeat very easily, right? It's phone portion control that I have a problem with. So all that to say, my goal is to keep the phone at bay. If I'm not creating, I don't want it. And I'm gonna take all of that phone time and use it towards all the other stuff I have to do this week. So already feeling behind, but also not feeling overwhelmed that I'm feeling behind, I'm going to go and get this week started. For the record, it is 10:38 a.m. I have done a lot of things already this morning. My Bible study, had breakfast because I was hungry, played with the dog, journaled, filmed this, shared the video that went live today. So I've actually been productive this morning, got dressed. So I'm feeling good, even though my intention was to be out of the house earlier. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling ready. Let's knock this week out. All right, I have been to 4 places, 3 of which I purchased things. This is Sam's Club and a little bit of Target. We got pork tenderloins. Pork tenderloins, super lean, super delicious, and I have mastered the cook on the pork tenderloins. So one of these is actually what we're going to be making for dinner tonight. We got more feta cheese because my breakfast hyperfixation, which you guys have seen time and time and time again by now, the English muffin avocado toast with tomatoes and feta and runny eggs. Oh, my favorite thing, and I've been out of tomatoes, and I just finished the feta cheese this morning. So we needed to restock. Tuna restock, egg white restock. We're trying this breakfast bar as like a soft, fruity, carby option by Members Mark, Sam's Club brand. The Members Mark brand, I have not tried a Members Mark brand thing that I have not liked. So
we're gonna give that a go and see. I'm making chicken for lunches for the rest of the week, and so I grabbed I really love the Pizzeria Crunch salad kit from Taylor Farms, and Sam's Club happens to sell like a reasonably priced bigger bag of it. So I figure I can mix this up, throw some chicken in it, and have a really delicious pizza-esque lunch. Raspberries, strawberries, peaches, bananas. I restocked. This is the half and half that I get. It lasts a good long time, and it's organic, which means it's only milk and cream. And why we can't find just milk and cream half and half in regular conventional food, don't know. So I buy the big organic one because that's what I need to do. Husband needed more vitamins. This was I did the math, and the math was better at Sam's Club buy for canned corn. I needed some corn for tonight for dinner, and I was like, well, I could just buy it in bulk. We have the room downstairs to keep the cans down there, and as long as I'm diligent about eating it, this actually ended up being more cost effective by several dollars. So even with like the Target brand. So we got the whole big thing. I worked hard to get this particular watermelon because of the deep yellow large thing that always weirded me out when I was younger about watermelons. Excuse the squeaking, you'll see that in a second. But this looked really, really good with the deep yellow, whatever they call that. I want to call it a bruise, but it's not it. But supposedly the darker yellow those are, the better the watermelon is. And I picked a good watermelon last time, so I'm hoping that this one is as good, but I had to move several watermelons, large watermelons, to get to that one. So I feel like half of my workout is complete because I freaking had to toss watermelons around like I was at CrossFit. Swiss cheese. I needed a restock on all of my high fiber options. I love, are the ingredients beautifully clean? No, but sometimes you just need a soft tortilla that tastes good, is soft, remains soft, and gives you 17 grams of fiber. Like sometimes you just need it. So I have one of those. And the best bang for your buck, Sam's is the best bang for your buck for those. And for these Thomas's Light English Muffins, again, my hyperfixation breakfast, this is the base of it. And then the other thing I needed was tomatoes. So I got my tomatoes, we got some carrots, we got some broccoli cauliflower mix, and then I wanted to be able to cook up some sweet potato at some point. And this was the easier option. Buy it frozen, already cut, washed, peeled, the whole 9 yards. Throw this bag in the air fryer and boom, roasted sweet potatoes. What's not to love about that? Female products, this will literally last me like a year plus. And this is my little sweet treat portion controlled thing. I have had the birthday cake and the cookies and cream flavor, and they are both incredible. The French toast, if they're as good as the other two, are gonna also be incredible. The price was right, and I'm just very excited to have these in like a nice little portion controlled package, and there's 32 of them in there. So not too shabby. All right, friends. Oh, that is what I got at Sam's Club and Target. Let me put this away, and then I'll show you what all the fuss is about. Okay, the other place I needed to go was to PetSmart. Let's be honest, the Wicked toys are what brought me into PetSmart. I controlled myself. I only bought 3 of the Wicked toys. I bought this cute little set that was the crown and the hat. I bought the green glass bottle because it was a rope, and we really like toys that are ropes so we can pull on them with her. And then, where's your Elphaba? There she is. Gracie has been loving, since we got home, she's been playing with. How cute is this toy? Isn't she adorable? And apparently inside the squeaker is a spiky ball, and she loves spiky balls, don't you? You want Elfie back? Here, want your Elphaba? Here, go get her. And then the other thing we got is this bed. They had beds on clearance. Isn't this so perfect for our living room? It's the same color. It matches all the blue perfectly. Got the cute little drawings on it. And it was $15, and it's super cushy. Come here. Oh, do you love it? Do you love the bed? Oh my goodness. Should I sit and play with you for a few minutes maybe? Yeah? Okay. All right, I just did the thing and filmed all of my Cultivate What Matters Power Sheets launch. Isn't it beautiful? Yes, I sought out a manicure to match the Sheets launch. And by sought out, I mean I painted my nails myself. This is the product I'm going to start using in September. If you want to see all of those videos, I will link them down below for you. If, for whatever reason, this video goes out before you're supposed to know any of this, this segment won't even be in here.
Okay, so like I said, I just finished the Power Sheets filming. That took me, each video footage is like half an hour. Which, I mean, I get through a lot of content, so that's fine. But first of all, my calf is killing me because my legs fell asleep a couple times because I sit down here. I sit on the floor and do this. And now I've got 8,000 steps. I'm not worried about my step goal today. I'm not going to get to the sauna today. This day just disappeared. But it's also just now 5 o'clock and I've got kitchen stuff. Oh, that's why it's so bright. I gotta change the exposure. Oh, look, that looks a lot more reasonable other than the fact that I'm all pink and warm and whatnot. But okay, now we gotta go downstairs and get housewifing mode back in gear and do all that stuff.
Who wants to do a one-handed Ulta free mystery gift unboxing? I added this to my cart. It is something that is apparently retails for $55 or $85. I don't remember. It was free because I met the threshold and I wanted to see what it was going to be. So let's take a look, shall we? Ooh, we're actually starting off really strong. Look at this, Dolce & Gabbana light blue. Like a decent sized thing. I love that. Amazing. Okay, good start, good start. What is this? Real Techniques Miracle Quick Dry Brush Wipes. Interesting. Interesting. I actually am kind of excited about this too because I'm terrible about washing my brushes. So that's amazing. Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Bronzer. Blush and bronzer cream product in the shade Kiss of Mauve. I'm intrigued. So far, so good. Peach and Lily C Pro Brightening Moisturizer. I do love Peach and Lily a lot, actually. It's a good brand. What's this? Alien by Mug. I have no idea what it's perfume, but I've never heard of that at all. And then this, what is this? Thickening spray from Way. Way is an excellent hair care brand. So was it the most exciting thing ever? No. But am I excited to have these things? Yes, absolutely. I can't wait to see this. Let's go ahead and swatch this. Okay, so a very little bit of this product goes a very long way. Did not know that, but this is the concept. It's prettier in person. It's pulling brown on the viewfinder. But I've been really loving cream blushes, bronzers, contours right now. So this will be a really fun thing for me to add to my collection and see if I like it. And she nails it again, folks. Look at this. Juicy, tender. Oh, it's perfect. It's actually just maybe a hair over. I shoot for medium rare, but oh, she's so juicy. Oh my gosh. We got almond green beans and canned corn in the microwave. So good. We're about to do an experiment that could go really right or really wrong, and I don't know which it's going to be yet. I am an avid lover of the Nut Pods Peppermint Mocha Creamer, so much so that I buy them by the dozen when they launch, so I have them all year long, or most of the year long. Except this past year, I have been preferring the way half and half tastes and the consistency and the creaminess it offers. I don't use much. I use maybe a tablespoon and a half divided between my 2 cups of coffee in the morning. I don't use much, but I've been preferring the creaminess of half and half. So on the days that I do use this, I always put some of this nut pod and some of the half and half creamer. And I was like, you know what? What if I could save myself a step? And so this is the half and half bottle, same bottle that I just finished using. This is brand new. What if I combine the nut pods and the half and half in equal parts and have my own nut pod creamy half and half peppermint mocha creamer? So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put these two in, and then I'm going to weigh it out and then put equal parts half and half in, and we'll see what happens.
I know I already said happy Tuesday to you, but officially happy Tuesday. I just finished my workout. I did half an hour of cardio, and then I did my leg workout for the day. And I'm hurting, not in the lower body, but in the upper body, like here, this area. And I figured out why. As I was meal prepping and whatever, I acknowledged, and like I always knew this, but like even this morning as I was prepping my breakfast, I realized just how much of my day, and it's most of it, is spent in this position, looking down at something that's like 1 to 3 feet in front of me, and what that does to my neck, right? If I'm looking down at the counter, if I'm looking down at a book, my Bible, the cell phone, the dog, how much of my day do I spend in this position? So it's no wonder that everything in my upper back and my neck is just lit up so tight. And so last night, my husband got me like an official massage table for Christmas last year, so he can give me massages and help me out with my muscle stuff and whatnot, rather than going to get massages. He's like, I can do it myself. And so we prioritize. I'm not good at it. I'm not good at asking for it. But last night he thought he was going downstairs. He's like, come downstairs, I'll give you a massage. And he thought it was to work out my legs, because that's often what I need the most help with. My ankles are very, very tight due to structural tightness in my calf muscles. And so he thought that's what he was going to do. And I was like, no, we're going to grab the massage oil, and I need you to work out my upper back and my neck, because holy moly, do I not feel good today, because I was doing all of the lifting. Oh, you know what? It's probably because I fought so hard to get that watermelon. I bet you that strained those muscles. That probably didn't help. And then all of the prepping and all of the cooking and all of the looking right there, right? All of the looking right there. And so now today I'm still struggling with almost more pain, because my husband spent probably 40 minutes last night massaging the junk out of that area. And so things are looser, things are cracking, but there's still pain, because now all of that tension that was like holding everything in place is now like loosened. And so my muscles are like, I don't know what to do. So that's interesting. I now have to, it is 11:36, I have to get cooking the chicken that I meant to cook last night, but the chicken was still frozen. And so because it wasn't something we needed for last night, it was something we needed for lunch today, my husband's like, just let it thaw and we'll cook it tomorrow. And by we, he means me. Which he mentioned that the other day to friends. We were like, we cook dinner at least twice a week. And he's like, by we, I mean my wife. My wife does all the cooking, which is true. I do all of the cooking. He makes his breakfasts. He makes sandwiches for lunch. But if it's anything beyond sandwiches for lunch, I'm the one who's prepping the food. And then he's building it during lunchtime. And I'm the one who exclusively cooks dinner. So, which is great. I'm a homemaker. I'm a wife. That's what I'm supposed to do. And so, lost my train of thought. I'm going to make myself another cup of coffee, because it is one of those days I'm going to try that creamer blend that I created. It ended up being 2 parts nut pods to 1 part creamer, because of how much I opened 2 nut pods containers. I was going to use them both, and it took up about 2/3 of the thing. So mathematically, it ended up being exactly 2 parts to 1 by weight. So I have to do that now. And then I was gonna go to the sauna today, and I went online to make my appointment. Usually, I'm sorry, my arm is killing me too. Usually I can go on the app, because I have an unlimited membership. I can go on the app and I can schedule an appointment basically for whenever I want. And I have scheduled it as short in as shortly in advance as 1 hour. Like, I'm gonna leave now or in 20 minutes and let me have an appointment at 2. Well, the one period of time that I could go to the sauna today, because it's about a 20-minute drive to get there, there are no appointments for the entire. Yes.
I'm assuming I'm gonna do something else for lunch.
No, your chicken is getting to room temp as we speak. You're not supposed to even come down for lunch for another 20 minutes.
Yes, which means it needs to be ready for me to cut and grab and go because I have a 12:30 meeting.
Welcome to my life.
Fine.
All right, here is my thrown together lunch that I'm actually really excited about. This is the Taylor Farms Pizza Crunch Kit, but instead of just mixing all of the ingredients together, I measured out the dressing, the croutons, the Parmesan cheese. So I have a more accurate picture of what exactly is in there. And then I took 3 ounces of the chicken that I just made for my husband, and I took that, mixed it in there, and I was like, you know what would be an incredible addition to this? A carb of some kind. And then I remembered that I have these roasted pitas that I have to use up. And how perfect is a salad kit in a pita bread, y'all? It's absolutely perfect. So I am going to go ahead and enjoy my lunch.